Now we have the opportunity to hear directly from a student who benefited as a recipient of a Montgomery County Business Hall of Fame scholarship. Hope Klein is a 2022 graduate of the University of Maryland Communication and Media Studies program here at USG. She's currently a scheduler and case aide in the office of Montgomery County Council President Evan Glass. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hope Klein.
Hi, everybody. My name is Hope Klein. I am a very proud recent graduate from the University of Maryland College Park Communication program right here at USG. I grew up in Montgomery County Public Schools and have lived here my whole life. Currently, I work for Montgomery County Council President Evan Glass, where I handle constituent services, the Health and Human Services portfolio, and manage his schedule. I will say it was quite the role reversal to ask him to review my remarks for a change. He was very gracious and let me borrow our Chief of Staff, Valeria Carranza, who is sitting over there with my dad. I spent a good chunk of my 20s and 30s getting high in basements until 2019, when I was arrested and charged with possession with intent to distribute a controlled dangerous substance. My mom was losing her 9-year-long battle with cancer, and I hadn't been a good daughter for years. Between law enforcement and divine intervention, I had a simple choice: end up in jail or change my life. I spent the next several months splitting my time between church basements and at her bedside. As I made my amends to her in front of my dad and my brother and asked what I can do to make it right, she told me that all she wanted was for me to stay clean and finish school. So that's what I promised her I would do. My mom died that night. I was feeling determined to change and hungry for a second chance to make her proud. Luckily, in 2011, I had gotten my associate's degree from Montgomery College, and shortly after she passed, I applied and was accepted to the communication program at USG. At the time, I was saddled with legal bills and was a bit reluctant to go back to school in my mid-30s because I thought I would never be able to keep up in my classes or find a fulfilling career, considering I had minimal work experience and a criminal background. But I figured, what do I have to lose? Feeling like I would be an atypical student meant I fit right in here. I worked harder in my classes than I've ever worked on anything in my life. I sat in the front row, came prepared with questions, attended office hours, and made friends with lots of people 15 years younger than me. Due to grants and scholarships like the one from the Montgomery County Business Hall of Fame, I was able to get my bachelor's from here debt-free. Thank you. When I walked across that stage in May of 2022 and saw my dad beaming with pride that his daughter, who was a criminal, just graduated from college with a 4.0, that is the proudest moment of my whole life. I could not have done any of this if opportunities like these weren't available. The money for this scholarship is unrestricted, meaning it goes to people who need it the most. When I was looking for jobs right at the end of my time at USG, I had to ask people on the board of advisors, people like Shirley Brandman, Steve Simon, along with my professors, to write me boilerplate character references because I didn't have professional references. I used projects from my last semester as writing samples, and between that and my charming personality, I got the job at Evan Glass's office. Because this county did not give up on me, and opportunities like the Montgomery County Business Hall of Fame scholarship, I get to help the most vulnerable residents in the county with issues from housing and mental health services to downed trees and HOA disputes, using what I learned in school in intercultural communication and communication in gender, where I learned to observe and respect verbal and nonverbal boundaries. Everything I have today is because of my education. I was even able to get my record expunged because the head of the criminology department here at USG heard my story and wanted to help. So she linked me up with an attorney who filed the paperwork for me free of charge. I never would have guessed that I could lead a life without drugs, a fulfilling life, where I get to be a public servant, a good sister, a good daughter. So please don't ever count someone out, because if they have the right tools, the scholarships, and the motivation, Anything is possible, and I am proof of that. Congratulations to the inductees, and it truly has been an honor. Thank you so much for letting me share my story.